All right, this is, I think the third video. We're going to get this carburetor off of here. To do that, I need to get a 3/8 socket. And I'm going to also take off the tank using that same 3/8 socket. I want to go ahead and get an extension on here on my electric drill. So I got my 3/8 socket on here, and I'm going to find that screw, which is right up under that. Sometimes the hose, the ears from these hose clamps will get in the way, and that's what's happening now. All right, so I pushed it down, so this should slide in there a little easier. There's one screw that's loose, and now I'll do the other one. One right there. Okay, and that one fell out. Let me use my magnet to pull the other one out. So both of these screws come out, and you'll notice they have a little bit of a shoulder on them to stabilize that carburetor. You don't want to get those mixed up with other 3/8 screws that don't have that shoulder. So this carburetor is now loose, and it will come off. But it's easier to get this to come off by grabbing this tank and the carburetor at the same time and freeing it from this linkage. It's hard to do that unless you disconnect this hose. You can do that, but I'd rather just take this off, this whole piece. So let me pop this 3/8 screw here at the back of the tank and get it off. So now I got this big old screw out. There's usually a spacer between the tank and the actual engine, so don't lose track of that. It's a little plastic thing. So now we're gonna move this tank, but in order to do that, I've got to remove 3 more screws. 1, 2, 3. And those are 5/16. They're little tiny shoulder screws that hold the tank on up here, and then you have that big screw at the back. So let me go ahead and get all these guys out. I'm going to get them loose, and then come in with my little magnet on a stick and grab them and set them aside. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Let me set them over there. Hope I'm still looking. Yeah, okay. So now this tank will tilt back. There goes the little spacer. It's right there. And so now this will come off. But first I've got to free that governor spring end from that wire loop. Okay, so I'm going to swing this little paper clip kind of looking part of it out and push it through that hole. Okay, so now I've got the governor spring just hanging there. I don't want to lose that. So now it's easier. Let me get this cord. I'm going to put the cord through the tank and swing it up and out of the way. So now I can really move this thing around. And I may want to use this carburetor, so I don't want to break this plastic there. That's a tight fit. So I'm going to put a little drop of oil on that and let it sink in. Right there, okay. Let that kind of sink in for a second. Now it should move around a little easier without breaking that piece of plastic. May have broken it. It's okay. I've got spares. because you want to make that turn, then bring this. There we go. Okay, so I don't think I broke the plastic. Let me check it. No, it's fine. So it's okay. A little drop of oil helps that come off. So now I can set this over here, which is where it belongs. And in the old days, this would move around. It'd be a throttle. You could run up to the handle and you move this around. You could slow your engine down or speed it up, but now this is just locked in. So now we're going to put this new carburetor on here. And it came with the gasket, this little rubber gasket. This one actually looks okay. I may leave that on there, but I got a brand new one in there. And here's what the new carburetor looks like. So it's nice and shiny and brand new. Now I'm going to grab the old one. What did I do with it? Where's my old carburetor? No, that's not it. Where did I set that carburetor? I'm sorry, hang on, guys. I wonder if I dropped it on the ground. Well, I don't know where I put that. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here is your self-priming carburetor. And see the difference. The difference is this piece right here and this piece right here. And see, there's no hole right there. See the hole right there? That's where when you push that primer bulb, it's going to go in that hole. The air is. So the way he had it set up, this was never going to work because there's no hole. It's the wrong carburetor. So let's get this old carburetor off of here. We'll install this new one. And it may just work the way it is with this same fuel hose and all that. I need to get me what I call flat nose pliers and grab that. Hang on. So I can squeeze this hose clamp right there. So I've squeezed it. Now I slide it down the hose there. I get it out of the way. And now I can start to twist this and get it off of here. See? And get this. Oh man, that is. See there, you can already tell he was using the wrong kind of gas because the powder came out. It may be so bad that this hose may be blocked off. If you leave the wrong kind of stuff in there, sometimes it'll block the hose, but this carburetor is probably going to be pretty messed up. Let's take a quick look at it and find out. To do that, I need to get a 1/2-inch socket. I always like to look in these carburetors to see what using the wrong kind of fuel will do. Yeah, I think this is a replacement. Yeah, this is a replacement Chinese carburetor. So a 1/2-inch won't work. If it was the original Briggs, it would. That's going to take a 14-millimeter socket. So when you come back, I'll show you what was in this carburetor. And we'll install this new guy on here. All right? So that's where we are. Come back soon.